Facial massage is an important component to a facial treatment. It is the most relaxing step of a facial and will keep your client coming back. Knowing your muscle anatomy and physiology of the skin can take your facial massage from a feel-good treatment to a beneficial treatment to enhance skin and muscle tone through increased circulation, lymphatic drainage, and calming sensory nerve endings. The Touch Research Institute has concluded over 100 studies on the positive benefits of massage, from diminished pain to enhanced immune functions and many more. It is important we incorporate massage into our aesthetic treatments to help the biggest organ in human anatomy, skin. Choose the additive that best fits your client's needs. Add 3 drops into your hands and ask the client to breathe in deeply 3 times. Count with them. Press the product gently into the skin. Add massage cream into warm hands and apply in effleurage movements, spreading over the décolleté, down the arms, up the back of the neck and face. Once you are confident there is enough product on the skin, you will begin your facial massage. At this point, your hands cannot leave the skin. With the effleurage movement, place your hands together in the middle of the décolleté, massage out with some pressure down the arms, up the back of the arms to the back of the neck. Once you have reached the occipital ridge, hook your fingers and pull for a count of 3 seconds. Repeat 2 more times. Glide your fingers out to the corner of the jaw and continue using the sides of the hands along the jawline until your fingertips connect at the base of the chin. Starting with your pinky finger, quickly roll each finger into the palms one after the other to create a loose fist. Rotate your loose fist counterclockwise and release below the chin into a swan dive. Your thumbs and pointer fingers should be touching. Bring your palms together and interlace fingers. Slide your hands while slowly releasing your fingers, moving up over the cheeks to the temples. Circle around the eyes 3 times, and then slide your hands down the sides of the neck and back to the chin. Repeat movement 3 times. Slide your hands across the décolleté to the shoulders. Form a fist and knuckle using the flat area and your first joint, palms facing in. Down the front side of the arm and up the back side of the arm. Effleurage 3 times between each repetition. Repeat movement 3 times. Knuckle along the back of the shoulders towards the base of the neck, palms facing up. Once you are at the neck, twist your fist around and push with the flat edge of your fist across the trapezius to the shoulder with firm pressure, palm facing down. Repeat movement 3 times. Move your client's head to one side using your left hand. Using your right hand, glide down the side of the neck, shoulder, and arm. Return back to the neck with a firm pull and repeat 3 times. Move into a slow roll pat across to the other side to return the head forward, and repeat on the other side 3 times. Gently move their head to the center again, never taking your eyes off to the client to ensure they're not feeling pain. Move into slow upward cheek pulls on each side from the jaw to the temple, finishing at the chin, pulling both cheeks up. Repeat movement 3 times on each side. Starting at the temples, gently slide your fingers around the lower orbicularis oculi up to the center of the brow. Walk the pressure points with your middle and ring fingers. Apply pressure across the brow line back to the temples. Repeat movement 3 times. With your middle and ring fingertips, using firm pressure, slide back and forth from the brow line to the hairline, covering the full forehead. Start at the center and move across to each temple. Repeat movement 3 times. With firm pressure, create upward circles using your middle and ring finger of one hand, while your other hand creates an opening with your index and middle finger. Circle from the center and concentrate on the center of the forehead. Repeat movement 3 times. With your middle and ring fingers, alternate pressure back and forth across the forehead. Repeat movement 3 times. Slide both of your hands across the brow line with firm pressure from the center over the left orbital bone to the temple. Your left hand will return across to the center, while your right hand will lightly circle under the left eye to the center. Switch hands and repeat on the right. Repeat movement 3 times. Your right middle finger will circle around the left eye clockwise, while your left middle and ring finger smooth out the edges over the client's orbital bone. Switch hands and repeat on the right. Repeat movement 3 times on each side. Now repeat eye circles with pressure point walk 3 times. With firm pressure, perform small stationary circles with the middle and ring finger from the top of the nose over the zygomatic muscles and the nasolabial fold. Add or remove fingers as necessary for smaller areas. Repeat movement 3 times. Using all fingers, perform small stationary circles from the base of the nose down over the mouth and then the chin. Repeat movement 3 times. Using the middle and ring finger, perform fast lifting movements on the jaw and cheek area. Repeat movement 3 times. With the effleurage movement, place your hands together in the middle of the décolleté, massage out with some pressure down the arms, up the back of the arms to the back of the neck. Once you have reached the occipital ridge, hook your fingers and pull for a count of 3 seconds. Repeat 2 more times. Middle and ring finger stationary circles across the mandible from the ear. Then repeat over the forehead using the right hand and then the left. Circle around the outer edges of the face in opposite directions with the fingertips. Repeat movement 3 times. Place your hands together over the forehead. Start opening your hands while gliding your thumbs towards the temples. Apply pressure and slowly release. This now concludes the European facial massage. You can now proceed to the next step in the treatment. Once you have completed all 22 steps, remember to remove your massage cream with a warm steam towel and place your client's arms and shoulders underneath the covers before moving on to your professional serums and mask application.